Now let's begin with the fifth kind of pronoun, fifth category, that is demonstrative pronoun. Now what do you mean by demonstrative pronoun? Demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives have exactly the same forms. So children, both have the same forms, both are same. The way to differentiate them depends on their position relative to the antecedent noun. So how you can distinguish between relative pronoun and demonstrative pronoun, demonstrative adjective. You have four demonstrative pronoun: this, that, these and those. If a distance is lying near you, अगर आपके पास में कोई चीज़ पड़ी है, we would say this. If it is plural, we would say these. If a non-living thing or if anything is a far distance, थोड़ा सा आपसे दूर है, then we would say that, and the plural of that is those. So this and these, that and those. So these four are demonstrative pronoun. You can see, if a thing is lying near to you, it would be this. Plural of this is these. That, far in distance, that and those. So children, keep in mind, a demonstrative pronoun represents a thing or things. Near, this, far, that. This का plural है these, that का plural है those. So children, just keep in mind, this tastes good. So when we are talking about a particular thing, किसी चीज़ के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, then we use demonstrative pronoun. These are bad times. That is beautiful. Those were the days. So in this all four sentences, you find we are talking about a particular thing, कि किसी चीज़ के बारे में. So this all can stand alone. So we can say it is demonstrative pronoun. Now if we are describing about a noun, then it would be demonstrative adjective. Now you have to keep in mind, the word that has four main functions. That can be demonstrative pronoun or demonstrative adjective. That can also be a relative pronoun. That is also a conjunction. That is also an adverb. ये that जो word है, ये चार हो सकते हैं. It can be either demonstrative pronoun or adjective. It can be relative pronoun. It can be used as conjunction. It can be used as an adverb. When I say that book is good, हम किसके बारे में qualify कर रहे हैं, किसके बारे में describe कर रहे हैं? We are qualifying about the word book, about the noun book. We are describing about book. How the book is? That book is good. Then we can say it is demonstrative adjective. So the nouns which qualify, or the words that qualify the nouns, is said to be demonstrative adjective. So see, so don't get confused children between demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative pronoun tells you about a particular thing. Demonstrative adjective qualifies a noun, describes a noun. That smells, हम उस चीज़ के बारे में बात करें कि उसमें बहुत smell आती है. That smells. So it will be demonstrative pronoun. That book is good. Demonstrative adjective. Why? It is qualifying, describing the word book. Book is good or bad, interesting, boring, whatever it can be. Normally we use demonstrative pronoun for things only, but we can use them for people when the person is identified. So जब हम किसी इंसान को जानते हैं नाम से, identified, then we can use this demonstrative pronoun. This is Joseph speaking. Joseph नाम है, हम identify करें. Is that Mary? Dad. That is used for also person but for whom when the person is identified. Is that Mary? Question mark. That sounds like John. So children, have you understood demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective? Okay. Now moving on to the next category, that is interrogative pronoun. We have 4 interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. That is very easy. When we ask question, it is said to be interrogative pronoun. Who, whom, what and which. Who, whom, what and which are interrogative pronouns. So, the 4 main interrogative pronouns are who, what, whom and which. Now, who we use for person. If the subject के साथ, if it is person, we use the word who. If you're talking about object, whom. किसने? I gave a pen to Rita. I gave pen to whom? To Rita. Or she gave me a pencil. She gave to whom? Me. So if we are talking about object of a sentence, then for a person we use whom. For thing, we use what. What is mostly used for a thing. Which is used for person as well as thing. Whose is used for person to ask belonging. Kiska hai. To show position. Is that clear? So the possessive pronoun whose, it can be also an interrogative pronoun. Why? Because it is an interrogative possessive pronoun. So now see example. Question, who told you? Answer is John told me. Here John is the subject. किसने कहा आपको? John. Whom did you tell? I told Mary. I told whom? Mary. So Mary is the object. So we are using the word whom. What happened? It's a thing. Kuch hua. An accident happened. Subject. So have you all understood, children? What is an interrogative pronoun? Yes. Now moving on to the next category, that is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun is a word that relates one clause to another. It's a pronoun that introduces a relative clause. तो relative clause के आगे हम वो word लगाते हैं. जब though a sentence is divided into 2 parts, we have a phrase and a clause. So a clause के आगे we relate it with that. Because it relates to the word that it modifies. We have 5 relative pronouns. Who, whom, whose, which and that. Who is used for subject and whom is used for object, as I explained to you earlier, are generally only used for people, for person. Whose is for position. Which is used for things. That can be used for people as well as things. So this word, this relative clause that is used for both, for person, for people as well as things, and as subject and object if it is defining in relative clause. Relative pronouns can refer to singular or plural, and there is no difference between male and female. So this relative pronoun that, it can be used for both, for male as well as female. There is no such thing that is only used to refer about male or only about female. No. That word, that relative pronoun can be used to refer male as well as female. The person who phoned me last night is my teacher. We are talking about people, person. So it will be who. The car which hit me was yellow. Car is a thing. So we use the word which. The person whom I phoned last night is my teacher. Whom I phoned, जिसको मैंने phone किया था. The car whose driver jumped. We are showing here position, belonging. जिसका जो car था, वो car जिसका था, whose driver jumped out just before the accident was completely destroyed. So have you all understood, children, relative pronoun? Okay. Now moving on to next, Reciprocal pronoun. Now, what do you mean by reciprocal? This you don't have in your textbook, but I'll just explain. It is the two reciprocal pronouns about two words. We have two words, each other, one another. जो दो words होते हैं pronoun में उसको कहते हैं reciprocal. So we don't go in much detail about that. Next category is indefinite pronoun. Now, what do you mean by indefinite pronoun? An indefinite pronoun does not refer to any specific person, thing or amount. It is vague and not definite. इतना है बताते नहीं है. It's indefinite. Some typical indefinite pronouns are, see, another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either. These all are singular. Everybody, everyone, when we are talking about in singular thing. Everybody, everyone, everything, much, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, one, somebody, someone, something. These all are indefinite pronoun singular. Or plural, both, few, many, others, several. All, any, most, none and some can be singular or plural depending upon the phrase that follows them. So these three words, all, any, most, none and some, 5 words, it can be singular as well as plural depending upon the phrase that follows after them. Now you have to note that many indefinite pronouns also function as other parts of speech. Look at another in the following sentence. He has one job in the day and another at night. So another is a pronoun. I would like another drink, please. But here another is playing the role of adjective. Why? Because we are talking about that drink. I would like another drink. Oh, jo peena ka hai cheese, I want another one. So it is plays the role of adjective. Most indefinite pronouns are either singular or plural. However, some of them can be singular in one context and plural in another. Now you have to keep in mind, a singular pronoun takes a singular verb and that any personal pronoun should also agree in number and gender. All is forgiven. All have arrived. We can start the meeting because everyone has arrived. John likes coffee, not tea. I think both are good. So here it's talking about singular and here it is plural. So children, have you all understood? So today in this video, I have explained to you about demonstrative pronoun, then relative pronoun, then indefinite pronoun. Now one more pronoun is remaining, that is distributive pronoun. So that I'll explain you, okay, in the next video. So children, your homework for today is, you have to write the definitions which I explained you in this video. You have to write the definition in your notebook. And also exercise 1, 2 and 3 in your textbook. So all of you, bye. Take care. God bless you.